世界上有这样一类生物，它们被少数人发现，但并未被证实存在。我们将这类生物统称为 mysterious 未确认生物体，简称
In the world, there is a kind of creature discovered by a few but never confirmed to exist. We collectively call these beings unidentified mysterious animals, UMA. Hello everyone, welcome to the UMA series. Myths of deep water, giant serpents, dragons, and other aquatic beings are found worldwide, turning our primal fear of the unknown and darkness into concrete images. Today we turn another page in the family of water monsters and look at Japan's famous Issie. In Japanese folklore, Issie is a large lake monster said to appear in Kagoshima Prefecture at the southern tip of the Satsuma Peninsula in Ibusuki's volcanic caldera lake called Lake Ikeda. The name blends the first syllable of Ikeda with Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Although lakeside statues and merchandise often show a plesiosaur like Nessie, most eyewitnesses describe Issie as a black, giant snake or eel-like creature, 20 to 30 meters long, with humps or odd protrusions on its back, and in some reports, a whale-like tail fluke. Mainstream Japanese media trace the monster in Lake Ikeda claims at least to the 19th century. The Edo period Sangoku Meishyo Zue records a tale. A farmer on his way to a banquet saw a creature with a human head and dragon body near the shore. It slashed at its neck and that night died suddenly. His wife, raving that she was the lake's dragon king, threatened to kill his descendants until the family agreed to build a serpent shrine, after which her sanity returned. Some say that dragon is still enshrined today as Shishime Myoji. In the mid-20th century, a photo collection about the Satsuma Peninsula mentioned large fish about a meter long, washing up on the southern shore of Lake Ikeda, bodies neatly cleaved in two, and, at dusk with drizzle, a small island the size of 10 tatami mats appearing in mid-lake, which locals guessed was a giant crab active on rainy nights, responsible both for the bisected fish and for missing drowning victims. Folklore aside, Issie drew modern attention in the late 20th century. On September 3, 1978, around 6 p.m., during a Kawaji family memorial, two children spotted two huge black objects on the lake. About 20 adults also saw them, each visible section about 5 meters long and 40 to 50 centimeters high, 5 meters apart, moving 400 to 500 meters before sinking. 5 high schoolers on a nearby shore reported the same, and older similar sightings also surfaced. The name Issie took hold. In October 2013, the Ibusuki City Tourism Association formed a special Issie investigation, set up an all-day unmanned camera, and offered a 100,000 yen reward for photos. On December 16th, Kagoshima resident Matsubara Yoneaki reported a shot. After a brief whirlpool, an object wrapped in something white filled his viewfinder near the husband and wife rocks, then sank. Most of the object is underwater in the image. The association analyzed it, deemed it Issie, and awarded the prize. Ground Saucer Watch in the U.S. later judged the photo unfaked, but indeterminate in detail. In May 1979, Tokyo Broadcasting reported sonar detecting two objects over 3 meters long at about 10 meters of depth, though footage is hard to locate due to rights. Other photos and videos appeared in 1990, Kano Hideo photographed a row of black objects crossing the lake. In 1993, Tanaka Michio filmed a blurry shape swimming near the husband and wife rocks. Years later, Sci-Fi's Destination Truth 2008 interviewed locals who agreed no one had ever seen Issie's full form, but consistently described black humps breaking the surface. The crew's day searches with sonar and underwater cameras in the southwest area produced only ambiguous shadows, and a night camera was bitten by something, later suggested by a freshwater ecologist to be eels, with some shapes likely debris. Lake Ikeda, Kyushu's largest lake, is about 3.5 kilometers across, 15 kilometers around, and 233 meters deep, formed roughly 6,400 years ago by a caldera-forming eruption that filled with rainwater. As a subtropical lake like nearby Eel Pond formed the same era, it became an ideal site for eel aquaculture. Active marbled eels there can reach 1.8 meters and may have inspired Issie reports. The marbled eel, also called the flower eel, is a tropical eel species whose adults are yellow with green-brown to black dorsal markings and a white belly. It is widely distributed between roughly 24 degrees N and 33 degrees S, reaching as far north as Kyushu, where it is plentiful and can grow around 2 meters. A Tokyo Sports online column quoted an anonymous official suggesting that one or several huge banded pythons, that is eels, swimming together could explain Issie. As to where and when such eels entered the lake remains unknown. Cryptozoologist John Kirk notes records of large Malaysian eels introduced for aquaculture, possibly good candidates for sightings, though even at 1.7 meters they are too small to match claims of massive creatures. Paranormal researcher Yorihito Munda adds that among known Lake Ikeda fish, none can grow to 20 meters. Locals still favor a giant eel explanation, since giant eel sightings occur elsewhere. He speculates Issie might be a large aquatic animal resembling an eel, but not actually an eel. Personally, I find that unlikely. More plausibly, Issie is a visual illusion created by schools of fish crossing near the surface. There actually isn't much reliable video. Many supposed Issie clips on major platforms like Nico Nico lack source details or are re-uploads of other Lake Monster footage. Detailed writings, Yorihito's Moo posts, the Japanese UMA Encyclopedia Nagashima Susume's Searching for Japan's Monsters and Mythic Beasts, even Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World do not record anyone clearly seeing Issie's full form, and size estimates are long-distance guesses prone to large error. Japanese TV reportedly aired the most famous, most controversial footage in early 1991, when Tomiyasu Ryujitari filmed an object moving sideways among waves. It aired on February 2nd, after which many witnesses submitted media photos and videos. John Kirk says the show, The World's Mysterious Phenomena, formed an official Issie task force and held additional footage, but these materials seem lost. I found no reliable archives nor early clips via independent bloggers, perhaps due to archival or rights issues. My fish school hypothesis rests on Ikeda's ecology. As a caldera lake, native fish were limited. Beginning in the early 20th century, authorities introduced silver carp, bighead carp, Chinese perch, mandarin fish, smelt, and other non-native species. By the 1980s, the lake hosted over 25 species of fish. Today's fishery is largely the result of human introductions and competition. Under such conditions, many monster sightings likely were coordinated schools. In the 20th century, domestic sewage and industrial wastewater severely polluted the lake. In turbid water, fish move into shallows to orient, and most sightings occur in hot summer, when warm water draws fish toward the surface for oxygen, further encouraging illusions. Of course, these are my personal speculations. Issie's true identity remains a mystery. Every year, many tourists still visit Lake Ikeda, hoping to glimpse Issie, and self-organized investigations continue. Perhaps the most fascinating thing about such legends, they carry our curiosity and kindle imagination as an enduring, unsolved riddle. Finally, as always, the unknown is forever greater than the known. This is the charm of UMA. This episode ends here. Thank you for watching.
就到这里，感谢观看。